I know about last night, okay? Let's not talk about it, alright? Let's just move on and accept what has happened and stick to more positive things like football and week 9. And staying on the subject of week number 9, the Oakland Raiders, they're for real. They are for real. They have to be for real. They just proved it. They haven't proven it in weeks past, this whole season. They proved it on Sunday with their dominant victory over the Broncos. They now have sole possession of first place at AFC West, and they're 7-2. And now, at this point, already they matched their win total from last year. So now, after 9 games, the question is not, will they win the AFC West? Because I really think they are. The question is are the Raiders the best team in the American Football Conference? That's the $1 billion question, football fans. Are the Raiders the number 1 threat to New England? I mean, they took down Denver handily now. Now, granted, they only won by 10, but it was so dominant, it looked like they were beating the Broncos by 20. And I don't know. This Raiders team, they mean business. They really mean business. Who knows where they might go? They're going to win the AFC West. I'm saying it right now. I said about a month ago, I hope they win the division. Now I think they will. But as to the question, are they going to be the best team in the AFC? This could really happen. Because let's look at the rest of the American Football Conference. Let's mention Pittsburgh. Oh boy, what's going on? You know, first I was happy to see that Big Ben was back, but even with Big Ben, they really dropped the ball in that game. They really did. They should have blown out Baltimore. I mean, everybody else does. But they came back. They managed to come back. And then there was the onside kick. Well, it wasn't so much an onside kick. It's more like a clumsy moron tripping over the ball. At least that's what it looked like. What is it with kicking problems against the Ravens? Remember, 2 years ago, they lost a game to Baltimore because Josh Scobie couldn't hit a field goal to save his life. Now here it is this past Sunday, and they lose to the Ravens because this moron tried to do some sort of fake, and he ends up apparently tripping over the ball. It gives me a headache. And now the AFC North is in a disarray. 4-4 is leading the division. Baltimore and Pittsburgh 4-4, and with Baltimore's victory, they have a head-to-head tiebreaker. But they run into each other again one more time. This time in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati at 3-4-1. They're knocking on the door. What the hell is going on? And well, of course, Cleveland is Cleveland. But when you're 0-9 and 5 games out, something's up. And interestingly, week 10 begins with an AFC North battle. Cleveland against Baltimore. Now, it would really be something. It would really be something if Cleveland. It would really be something if Cleveland beats Baltimore, I mean, if yesterday has proven one thing, yesterday has proven anything, is that an orange person can win something. So, there's hope for you yet, Browns. Let's move on to the NFC and this group of lunatics known as the Green Bay Packers defense. as usual, yet this is the second week in a row where Aaron Rodgers plays another flawless game and the defense messes it up. Now, granted, we lost to a strong team, the Colts, but still, we should have beaten them. If we had a defense, we would have beaten them. And again, this is another opportunity to move into a tie with Minnesota, because Minnesota lost their third in a row, an overtime loss to Detroit. And let's talk about that. Detroit's overtime win was very epic, and they forced overtime with the 58-yard field goal, which was nailed, by the way, and then Stafford led the team all the way to the end zone in overtime with Golden Tate catch the ball. How ironic, Golden Tate actually helped the Packers. But what makes this loss worse now the Packers are in third place. We're behind Minnesota and Detroit. However, it's a close third. See, the NFC North is mediocre again. Thanks to Minnesota being exposed as the faulty team that they are, with the worst quarterback in the league. The North is again mediocre, just like 3 years prior. And you have Minnesota at 5-3, Detroit at 5-4, the Packers at 4-4, all bunched up together. Now, this week, Detroit takes a siesta. And Minnesota goes to DC, and we're going to Tennessee. We should beat the devil out of Titans. And Washington's at home, so maybe they can beat the Vikings. If that happens, it'll be a three-way tie between the Packers, Vikings, and Lions. And that's going to be a mess. It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. But in any regard, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while for the Packers play another division game. If I remember looking at our schedule, our last three games of the season are divisional against the division. I think it's, if I remember the order, I want to say it's Detroit, Minnesota, then Chicago. I know Minnesota is second, because our second game against Minnesota at Lambeau will take place on Christmas Eve, so that's still over a month to go. So Minnesota has been knocked down a few pegs more. And Meanwhile, the Rams keep losing, and Jared Goff remains at the bench. I don't know why Goff is not starting. One would think Jeff Fisher would unleash Goff after Case Keenum's debacle in London, but I guess he's not. I don't know what the deal is. And now the Rams, who might pick to get one of the wild cards in the NFC, they're falling off. They are falling off. And, time's not running out. They have a half season to go, but still, it's a half season. It's not a lot of time. LA needs to get their nonsense together. Otherwise, they're going to fall off and miss the boat. And of course, the Cowboys, they keep winning. They're 7-1. They've won 7 straight since losing by a hair to the Giants in the first regular season. Really, they should be undefeated, but and of course that's the talk. That's still the talk, because Jerry Jones, for some ungodly reason, is still considering starting Romo. I don't know why, but I would think that the 7-game winning streak would change his mind a bit. I would think so, but Dallas is definitely a threat this season. But with Prescott starting, Ezekiel Elliott running the ball all sorts of ways. But anyway, that's week 9. Week 9 was nuts and wild and crazy. Now week 10 will start tomorrow in Baltimore, Cleveland and Baltimore. Pittsburgh has Dallas in Pittsburgh. Luckily for them. The Sunday night game is Seahawks and Patriots. I think this is the first meeting since I think this is the first meeting since Super Bowl 49, which Russell Wilson single-handedly lost. It was all Wilson's fault. Anyone who says it's Carroll's fault doesn't know the game. Wilson threw the pick. He lost the game. Get over it. But he has a chance to redeem himself, sort of. The Monday Nighter is Cincy and the Giants, so the Giants are clearly going to blow the stripes off of them. So that's week 10 coming up, and with that I say good day, football fans, and enjoy the 10th week of the season. I can't believe it's here already. Good day.